What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Royce back now, guys. Today's gonna be another special video for the Vault Army, guys, because I'm gonna share with you guys my personal conviction on why I decided to go all in on this project, not financial advice. And we're gonna be talking about the new comparisons popping up of Vault being the next Shiba. Let's find out why. Now, before we begin, guys, please do me a favor and smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, well, welcome, guys. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a dang thing when we talk about this Vault Army. Please and thank you. So, guys, here we are, man. So every time we kill a zero, some people sell off. We go back into the nines, but then the Vault Army sees that opportunity and buys it right back up. So we saw ETH and BTC have a fallback, but we saw Vault have a push up. This is abnormal, guys. 36% up on the week. We are kind of approaching the highs that we've seen from before the crash even occurred. So if you look over here, guys, from July, it looks like our high was like right in that 11s range, right? Before people started like taking profits, but we didn't sell off that bad because I'm looking at the 12-hour chart. It looks like we may as well be breaking that 11 mark. And I personally think, and I'm not a tech analyst or nothing like that, guys, but I'm just going off of what I'm seeing in the chart. If we break that 11, guys, I think we set. I think we smooth sailing now. I think we officially be sitting in that 5-0 spot without worrying about always dipping back into the nines. Now, guys, I want to go and point out, let's go right over here to Twitter. Look what Votoshi said. NASDAQ can't forget the SHIB run. Will they remember the Vaulted run? Let's click on the article that NASDAQ made on Vault just yesterday. So this is pretty much going over the exciting news and the hype that's been building around on Vault, which, not to mention, we have been trending in the business and finance section on Twitter. That's right, man. What altcoin you know doing that in a bear market where most people are not even trying to be buying into any coins right now, yet Vault is trending. That, come on, guys. What does the latest listing mean for Vault? Why is all the spotlight on Vault, for those that don't understand? Well, we're gonna go get into this, guys. So on the 9th, we're getting listed on Gate.io. This is a tier 1 listing that's bringing significant development for Vault because it's opening up the token to a much wider audience. I think it's about 10 million to be exact. And yes, it's actually, I believe it's a top 10 exchange as well. This is a big deal because we are going to go take a step into history and we are going to go over what Shiba did when it got listed on Gate.io just April of last year. So not only does this bring a significant boost in visibility and legitimacy, but the investors will be looking at its impact on the token's price. It made a big splash and, peep this, a strong track record and commitment to delivering value. Now, the move is a new step following the successful path of Shiba Inu, because when Shiba was listed back in April, the price over here was 6 zeros and a 2. Now, also keep in mind the markets were in different conditions last year, but when you really zoom out and look, the economy was still in shaky shape. You know, like the inflation wasn't getting better when this stuff happened, but DeFi is just, it's a world of its own. That's why we're in it, right, guys? So keep that in mind as I continue reading. However, after being listed on Gate.io, the price surged by 175x to almost 4 zeros 35 in less than a month. Now, it wasn't just Gate.io that caused it to surge like that. However, when it initially was listed on Gate.io, there was a surge in price. I believe it actually eliminated a zero. Now, I'm gonna go and try and go back into the Shiba chart and show you guys that example. Okay, so to confirm my point, guys, I made sure to confirm the exact date that SHIB was listed on Gate.io, and I pulled up the chart. So right over here, April 17th, 2021. Let's go back to Shiba's chart, looking at that time frame. So here we are. We're looking April 17th right here. So on CoinMarketCap, it was showing about the day of the listing on Gate.io, 5018. Now let's look at the 16th. So in the day or two leading up to that release, it was sitting right here in the halfway to the 6-0 territory, pretty identical to where we saw Vault just sitting at prior to the announcement of them actually getting on Gate.io. Because remember, when the whole thing with Vita Inu happened where they won and Vault was like randomly thrown into 4th place, the price dropped all the way down to the 6s. Is that a coincidence, guys? It dropped to the 6s. I remember when I said I was going all in, I bought that dip heavy at the 6.5 mark. Look at Shiba just before that gate listing. It's in the 6.8. So let's go and look up where it's at now. Look at the price, guys, too. I'm not making this up. I'm showing y'all the facts. Where are we at right now? We're at 6. We're about to get back into that 5 zeros range, but 6-0, 2 days before our gate listing. All right. Shiba, they were also at 6 zeros 2 days before their gate listing. Guys, look at this. And then look in the 17, it had an upspread. Whoa. Went right into the 5 zeros. That was a big deal for them. Now look at what happened the day after. They went all the way up. They went still in the 5 zeros, but they went all the way into the 3-7 range. That means that they right closely 2x'd from that high within that initial first 2 days of being on Gate.io. Then of course after that, you know how it goes. People buy the rumor, they sell the news, right? So that's what happened. You saw that it came back down on the 20th. Oh man, Gate.io was just hype. I'm selling, bro. It was good while it lasted. I made my money. I cashed out. I guarantee you most people thought like that, right? And they did. The chart shows. Now look at the chronological order, because what they didn't realize is that Gate.io, it's called Gate for a reason. It opens the gate so that way the bigger exchanges now have their eyes on that project. So they didn't understand what Gate did at that time. We were new to that, right? Most of us. So as Gate opened the gates for SHIB, people thought it was over. The hype came, it left. But guess what happened? Other exchanges took note. They started buying up a storm on SHIB. I believe Binance bought a few $100 million worth of SHIB. And as you can see, look at what happened literally not even a month later. I would say this is about 2 weeks apart, 2, maybe 3 weeks apart. Look at what happened. Look at what happened, guys. This is not natural. This is from the 5th and the all-time high right here in the 9th. So it was a 4 consecutive day run to crazy all-time highs. And this, at this point, is where a lot of us started to find out what Shiba Inu is, and the early birds got extremely wealthy. The proof is in the pudding, guys. And I always stress on this channel, history loves to repeat itself. And like I'm saying, yes, the market was in a little bit of different conditions, but let's be honest. Like during this time frame, I wasn't in on Shiba, I was in on Doge. The markets, nothing was happening in the markets that whole time. March was dead and April was dead. The only reason things started piping up in May is all because Elon was talking about getting on Saturday Night Live. That's really what caused a run for that. But then again, look at what happened after that run. Shiba came back down May 21st. Well, it was a good run. It's over. It's done. We had our time. But then now talk about the utility started to come about, right? Now, mind you, we have VoltiChange. We have VoltiChange in the bag. It's just Vitoshi's being strategical in how he wants to let this out the bag. The right way to let out the bag with the right amount of people already looking. And with Gate opening their gates to the top exchanges to be looking at us, it could not happen any better than it is right now. And then look at what happened when the official bull cycle came into play, which happened last fall. Oh yeah, Shiba came right back up, busting people's teeth, out they mouth. Look at that. Look at the price on October of 2021 versus the price back in May when people must have thought it was over. I'm telling you guys, history is repeating itself. And look at that. Did we not just break the zero on camera? We just broke the 0 hour recording, man. Did it just come back? What? It just came back into the 1600s as a record. Man, something's going on here. I know this video's been going on for a little while now, but guys, I gotta get my talking on, man, real quick. I gotta sum it up for you guys to show you guys, man. When I told people I was going all in on Vault, the ones that were not into Vault, I even had folks look at me like, yo, that's pretty risky, that's pretty bold, that's pretty this and that. Here's how I looked at it. I've been tracking Vault consistently, following with this community for a little over 6 months consecutively. This project came out back in December. Think about what DeFi was like back in December. Think about the different projects that were coming out at the same time as Vault. All right, you thought about it if you were around that long? Now tell me which ones are still standing tall today, pushing as much volume and creating as much hype as Vault is from that same time frame that Vault came out. You can't really think of much, right? Yeah, neither can I. Not to say that Vault is the only project that's going to do numbers. I believe there's other projects out there too that's going to do numbers. I feel like my money is going to perform the best for me is in Vault. Because I'm just like you guys. Yes, I quit my job back in March and I've been doing YouTube full time since March and it's been paying my bills. But that doesn't mean I'm financially free. The point of this channel is to become financially free. So I'm still in these markets. I'm still just like you guys. I'm pinching my pennies together. I'm budgeting and taking my chances too. Obviously with a good financial cushion. Make sure to always have a financial cushion before taking any of these chances now. But with the hopes that Vault will in fact change my life. And not just me, but the people around me. Because everybody got it rough in this economy. And so that's why, you know, when I look at Vault, it's a no-brainer for me, man. Let me tell you, We just left the dealership 2 days ago. My girl just got herself a new car. Tell me how the finance guy at the dealership, the topic came up about, we were talking about the markets, and she told him that, I have a YouTube channel. I do this for a living. I told him, I got my investments, but I'm really just in I have a little bit of ETH, but most of my money's in this coin called Volt. He's like, Volt? Yeah, man, I got Volt. I'm like, wait, you know what I'm talking about? He's like, yeah, I got Volt. His coworker, which was one of the business guys at the dealership, told him about Volt. I said, that's not a coincidence. My girl and I looked at each other with such astonishment. Like, there's no way, one, that he knows about Volt, and two, that he has money in it. Mind you, I'm talking, he's twice my age now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 20s, so that I'm at that DJing age, if you know what I mean. But like, Volt's not a DJing play. But I'm just saying, like, you would not expect people that, are in a more higher caliber to be knowing about DeFi period, much yet to know about Volt and to have their money in Volt. And the fact that they do, that was another sign from the universe to me, and hopefully to you guys that are still listening at this point, that this was the right decision. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you guys what I did and my mindset behind it. And yes, I'm gonna still be looking at other tokens and get into other tokens. It's just right now, money's tight. Things are slow for everybody. The economy's slow. The markets are slow. So it's just putting your money where it's gonna work best for you. And in my personal case, that's Volt. We can see what happens when the bull cycle comes, but you guys know I got my plan in Volt, and it's long-term, baby. So I just want to come back here, give you guys that update, man, and let's just enjoy the show as it's happening in front of our eyes, man. I'm Jazz Royce, and I will catch each and every one of you guys, every single one of you guys, man. Even that person that you may not watch all my content, but you still listen to it in the background, I appreciate you too, man, because I'm going to catch you as well at the top.